So, point of view drive in the car. I've got the sat nav all set. DSG sort of gearbox, as I mentioned, the 7-speed, and yeah, all the new. I'm excited. I'm excited to share you these first impressions. So first thing you do is I'm actually going to adjust the seat slightly back because I was a little bit too close before. Foot on the brake, and yeah, stick it into drive. We'll let the bus slightly disappear, but it's just some amazing roads up in here to kind of experience this car. And yeah, I find it very familiar to my Mark 7 Golf actually, which I think is a very good thing. And it's quite a punchy little car too. Front wheel drive. I mean, what a day we've got for this. Yeah, good old UK weather has done well. But that's the big change with the infotainment, the biggest screen now. You know, this is literally my first impression, so apologies if I'm kind of getting up to speed and trying to work things out for you guys. But yeah, just more in its, I mean, it feels very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Brakes feel great. This is obviously a brand new car, so no reasons why you shouldn't expect otherwise. I'm loving the compliance on the Golf. This isn't like, I'm interested to know if the R-line is going to be slightly stiff as suspension. This being a match kind of makes it a little bit better actually, to a point. You can hear the sat nav kind of talking away as well as I kind of am. But yeah, put your foot down a little bit more. It's got a bit of a punch, got a bit of a growl to it from the engine, which is nice. And yeah, you know, a lot of people were saying, you know, is that screen too distracting? Because that's the biggest improvements from the facelift that they've gone to, is, well, putting that screen in. And for me at the moment, early impressions, it's okay. You know, I mean, it's a big screen for a little car, I suppose, but it's okay, sort of initial impressions. And actually the resolution and everything and the graphics, it kind of just like emphasizes that for me, how good it is. I'm loving the air conditioning from the vents on a day like today. And I think the great thing about the Golf is that they've obviously got the life, you've got the style, you've got the match, you've got the R-line, you've got the GTIs and the Rs to come. Yeah, not here today, but they will be, I will hope to get to try them in the future. Well, they're set to come, we're set to know more details about ordering in the next couple of weeks. That's what I've heard from Volkswagen. And yeah, I mean, like right now we're just coasting straight away. I've got every assist on, so lane keeping assist, everything. And actually the colour of this particular car kind of makes it pretty nice in terms of actually, like, well, just making things a bit cooler and a bit easier to kind of go with. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to know just to cruise around in the car to get that initial kind of feel. Steering wheel feels really nice. I haven't played around with the paddles just yet, but if you straight away you can put them on. 7-speed, so straight away into manual mode. Feels plenty responsive enough to me. Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, the screen's very nice. Obviously I've just got the kind of like the nav up. There's nothing else I'm sort of showing. And to be honest with you, it just takes a lot of time to kind of get used to and to kind of experience what the whole infotainment is going to be like. But let me know what you think in the comments. You know, the new facelift Golf, I feel like the step up from the normal Mark 8 is actually quite significant, particularly with the tech. Feels very, very 2024 in here. And what I love speaking to Volkswagen as well today is that they're, you know, it just seems like they're keeping the Golf name. They're going to keep this kind of platform, this sort of iconic sort of part of Volkswagen's whole history and what so many people love in like the UK and around the world is great. But I'm not too sure what's going on there, because I think I've said Volkswagen. I think it's asking questions. It's got like IDA and different things you can do. You can ask it questions with ChatGPT. A lot to kind of get used to. It knows the speed. The actual instrument cluster just on the front is very intuitive. I'm certainly not complaining in terms of, yeah, how it kind of looks and how it goes on that side. Yeah, what a cool car to kind of experience. But I'll tell you what, I'll drive it a little bit more, and yeah, you'll join me back in a second once I've a little bit more up to speed. Okay, so I've had a little bit more of a drive with this, and actually there's a couple of things I want to say. First things first, I actually think I would love to try the manual, which hopefully I'll try shortly. I love the resolution, like the display and the tech, the comforts. The one I think this car needs driving modes. You can get that, and that's just on I think on a different level. But as far as I can see, there's no way to sort of choose the modes. And that will just basically change the characteristics of the car. This car's kind of just set in one mode. If you just want to get in and go, it will do it. The DSG is really good, really quick. I'm finding the infotainment really just pretty simple, to be honest. It's very responsive. It's very easy to get up to speed with. You know, this is the first time, this is as real as you're ever going to get, someone getting into a car and just to experience it. You'll see a lot of other facelift Golfs around like that estate. I might actually try and follow them around so you get a little bit of a view, because there's everyone else is sort of trying them too. Yeah, and I like the power. I think the 150 PS works, but actually I think it's got more than enough power, which I think is probably a good sign. Braking is good. It almost sort of like has like, it feels like it's got a bit of a regen braking. I could be wrong with that. I haven't been sort of like pulled apart by like the lane keeping assist. It's been perfectly fine. Yeah, I really am enjoying this new sort of like model, and you know, no haptic buttons now, which is nice. They've listened to customer feedback. That's what Volkswagen are trying to do, to try and get this car into the right place. They're trying to, yeah, they're doing the little things that hopefully will make a difference to people who actually own and live with this car. Spend a bit of time getting used to this infotainment and getting up to speed with it is definitely a key. But once you are, it's fine. Yeah, one initial impressions from me, I'd like to have the modes, the driving modes. I'm a bit more of a sporty driver, so yeah, maybe the match trim is a little bit too sedate. But for those who just want a comfortable car to waft around in, the 150 PS 7-speed DSG match, you know, it's basically everything you could ever need. You don't need any more car. It's so simple to kind of just get in and go. You don't have to think too much. Foot on the brake, press start button, stick it into drive, and you're gone. You know, it will even sort of like have its lane assist and so many safety sort of features as well to keep you all safe and your family safe. I've found it okay with this. At first it felt like it was overwhelming. You know, we're under quite a bit of a time constraints and pressure here with sort of filming, but this car is making me feel relaxed. Sort of the blue ambient lighting, and you can change the ambient lighting across the car, just calming things down, making things a little bit nicer, and that's quite nice to have. Yeah, as I mentioned, initial first impressions, yeah, I really am enjoying this car, and yeah, hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of what it would be like for you to kind of get behind the wheel, and what it's like in the UK as well on these gorgeous country roads. We have got some amazing stuff here, and yeah, wow, cool to experience. I'm loving the aircon, I'm loving the vents. It feels like a premium car. Doesn't feel cheap, you know. You know, even on like I believe this is on 17-inch alloy wheels. I will correct myself if I'm wrong on anything. And again, if check back on my channel, if you like this video, check back, and I've got every sort of bit of information you could possibly want on like the Golf and everything around it. So yeah, check back if you like it, and subscribe. It just enables more opportunities like this to happen, to be honest, with manufacturers such as Volkswagen. And yeah, I'm smiling, which is a good sign, I would say. And yeah, this is kind of like the DSG model, the match trim, my first impressions, and I hope you've kind of enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm interested to know what you think in the comments. That's probably the big part. You know, do you think this is enough of a step up? Is there anything you want to know? You know, what are the competitors to a car like this now? You know, I don't really know what Ford are doing with the Ford Focus anymore. You know, whether or not that's going to stay around for the long term. But this is just that one car, and they've really improved it with the Mark 8.5 facelift. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's so little more to say. It's just simplicity at its best. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of having a car. You know, for a lot of my viewers watching this, you know, I love a little bit of sporty driving, but for a lot of, even for that, 90% of the time, you're kind of, yeah, you're just chilled out and relaxing. So you know, this is the car to kind of do that. I'm going to pull into Caffeine and Machine, which is where we're doing the film day today, and you know, I'm gonna tell you what, there's a plethora of cars, and I'll put up some clips actually of some stuff I've already gone round. I might have already even shown it, to be fair, as we go in with this Golf Estate. Yeah. Oh, and it feels good as well. It feels really good.